Hi, everybody. We are live. Hopefully, let me check if you're here. Good morning, Margie from chilly, Texas. It's chilly in Kentucky. It is cold here, my friends. Um, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe go ahead and comment. Tell me where you're at, what you're doing. This is going to be a super laid back office hours today, going back to the roots of what office hours is today. And we're just going to chat. I'm going to answer your all's questions all about MagnaWave, do some fun giveaways back in my office, not in the studio today. Just kind of taking it easy. There's a snowstorm here in Louisville, Kentucky. I don't know if you guys know that or not. I think we got 8 inches and ice. So the kids are all home on NTI. It's so much fun. Non-traditional. Is that what that is? I don't know. Anyways, hello. Hi, Shailene from Arizona. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Amy in Cleveland. Robin in Montana. I bet, Robin, you're probably used to cold. Leilani, Happy New Year. Aloha. Hi, Maureen. Sierra. Margie. We already said hi to Margie. Hi, Cheryl. Let's see. Kathy. I mean, it's chilly in East Tennessee, too, I bet. I saw a crazy video from Evansville, Indiana, which is where I'm from, of the ice storm catching the power lines on fire. That happens to come up on your all's feed. It is a scary thing. But it's over now, so I'm really happy that we're getting through it. Oh, Holly's in Ocala, Florida. She just had to rub it in. Cold but sunny here in Wisconsin, Jennifer says. Did you get black ice? South Florida, lovely, cool weather. We got some black ice, but mostly it was just the amount of snow and then the ice on top of it. They kept going back and forth if we were going to get a whole bunch of ice or a whole bunch of snow. But we got more snow, which obviously the kids liked. It's been crazy. Hello, it's frozen in St. Louis, Melissa says. Heat wave here in Minnesota at 11 degrees, Brooklyn. Look, Brooklyn, I don't know why you live somewhere that it's 11 degrees. I'm only assuming that it's the most beautiful place because I've heard it's a beautiful place. But that's too much for me. You know, like I like 4 seasons, but I'm not I want to freeze, especially because, I love animals. Got to go out and take care of those animals. That is a special, special type of person. Shelly says, hello from Northern California. Beautiful, sunny 60-degree day. Just got back from California, actually. 2 days ago. I went to Yosemite and went hiking with my kids for the new year, and it was amazing. Let's see. Hi, Barbara. It's 50 in Northern California. I got to work, but wanted to pop on. Hi, Daisy. Well, it's okay. Thank you for popping on. So a couple things. If you purchased your machine before 2025, if you purchased your machine in any time before 2025, if you were certified anytime before 2025, so if you own a machine with us and you would like to get recertified, if you are not certified, you can do that right now till January 15th. And we are going to lock in the previous pricing because we did raise prices. A lot of companies have. We've actually never raised prices in the history of the entire company ever. This is the first time we had to do that. Pricing on copper alone is gone up 45% since we originally set our prices about 8 years ago. So just letting you guys know that if you would like to lock in 2024 pricing, you can do that. You can sign up for this, pay for this, and by January 15th, and then complete it by the end of the month. And you can keep that pricing for the year. So that's 2024 pricing for the entire year for certified practitioners. That's a 20% savings. So if you would like to, if you have not gotten your continuing education, if you want to stay, if you're not certified, you want to get certified again, you want to lock in that pricing. This goes for everything from attachments to machines to everything. You get to keep that historic pricing for the whole rest of the year. I always say this, we're making big changes. We're always updating things and changing things. And we're working on our new portals for both companies. So I'm really excited about what has to come, what is coming. Would this be for 2025 continuing education? Sierra, can I be honest? Can I be 100% honest? I'm going to be 100% honest, is that I don't know. We have hired a new education director. Her name is Jessica Crenshaw, and she's amazing. She is an expert, not necessarily in PEMF, but she's becoming an expert in PMF, but really she's an expert in adult education. So she's kind of helping me go back to the beginning and think about how can we better get people to retain the information, because it feels like we get a lot of questions in the group that should be retained from the information that's in the training. So the way that we recertified for 2025 is going to change. But yes, if you do this right now, you are going to be certified through 2025. So if you do this continuing education, yes, you will stay certified all through 2025. But what I'm going to say is that we're going to make some changes to the way that we do our education moving forward to make it more fun, more retainable, more interactive, different places for hands-on training. So all of that will be happening because it needs to be overdone. It needs to be, it's not so much about passing or failing. It's about understanding the content. And so that's really what I'm focusing on with Jessica and her team with Carson. And we're redoing the PMF 101 class, which is free. That's on our website and will be on our website. It's going to be a lot more interactive. It's going to be for somebody who's interested in, is MagnaWave or PMF right for me? A very simple course to help you understand what it is and how it works. And I think that also, as we move into, this is just kind of like a state of MagnaWave address right now, but as we move into 2025, we're dealing with a lot of regulatory in the veterinary world in terms of not diagnosing. It's always been an issue in, people buy machines like this, and this goes across the board for chiropractic, massage, any type of alternative wellness. And then they start saying, oh, well, this is what's wrong with your animal. And that's not great. Those, a handful of people who do that really make it bad for the people who do things correctly. So we're really putting an onus on how to communicate with your veterinarian, how to communicate with the owner of the animal, how to better be a better representative of the modality and all modalities. So like, how can you function in this space? And then our goal is to work with the AOPP and get a lot of this recognized at the state level, where like, if you take these classes and you stay certified under this system, then you can practice in those states. And that's something that I'm really personally working towards with the business. So that is my 2 cents there. Tessa says, I love hands-on training. Me too. Okay, Alicia says, can I trade my Pulse Pro on a digital unit? I live in Canada and don't want to have to send my gear so far for recalibration. What happened to the repair center opening in Canada? Alicia, it's happening. So that is also, so I have, in order to have a repair center in Canada, I also have to have I got a legal entity in the country, but we also have to have the right people there. So I'm just trying to find the right relationship with the right place to have that repair center. So, they have to meet all of the criteria, which is, the OSHA criteria, the ISO 13485, the CE, all of the things that we are required to meet at our factory I have to find a factory that can meet those, that can handle demand, that can warehouse the stuff. And it's been a little bit of a trial because I don't live in Canada. And I'm working on finding those representatives. And that is definitely something that's on the 2025 Q1, Q2, Q3 is to have something in Australia and Canada. It took me about 3 years to get stuff going in Europe, and I'm still working on having the repairs there. But I think it'll be much easier in Canada. It's just finding, you wouldn't believe how some of these places don't stay up on a lot of their certifications, and they'll have some of the stuff that they need, but they're not actually still certified in it. So it's a lot. Mentor program, Daisy says, update on mentor program. So yeah, so I guess all of that kind of happened at the same time when we got Jessica Critchall, the new education director, and we're rolling that mentor program. Instead of like piecing it together, I said, okay, let's roll it all into this new education program. So that will all be happening. Maureen says, I'll move to Canada and work for you. Sold. Done. All right. We got one started. Maureen's great. She's going to move there. She's going to take care of it. Let's see. I go back and rewatch past training, Teresa says, just to keep myself reminded of language or techniques that I may have forgot about. Right. That's what I'm saying, though. A lot of people don't do that. And it's actually proven that, like, when you learn something, it takes about 2 weeks before it starts to dissipate out of your brain. And depending on the way that you learn best, things could be lost way before that or way after that. So what we're trying to do right now is I'm trying to get everybody, if you are interested in keeping your 2024 pricing for all things MagnaWave, then and you've purchased before 2025, then you could go ahead and get this recertification. Let's get you back in the system. And then let's introduce you to our new program as we go along. Do you have to certify every year or is every other year? Robin, recently, the last few years, it's been every year. Or maybe not. I mean, it's changing though. That's all changing. We have the stuff that we are working on is going to make it so much easier and so much more fun to stay certified. And what I would like to do, and I think that what we're working towards doing is instead of making it about like recertification and CE, like, hey, complete this, do this, and you get the ability to get discounts and do stuff. So I really would make it, I really want to gamify it a little bit more and have it be more of a fun way for you guys to learn. Shannon says, I was certified in the summer of 2024. Do I need CE this year to stay certified? As of right now, Shannon, you're fine. Sierra says, totally agree. Your education has always been the best. So to see how it will be even better is going to be great. Yeah, I'd really like to build a system that we can just grow with. I feel like we're kind of, I've said this before, in a rebuilding year. This is, taking things up to the next level to make it just easier and better for all of you. So if you would like to be certified, if you are currently not certified, or you have been in the past and you would like to, just complete this right here. So we should not recertify yet for 2025. Yeah, right now, if you are certified, you're fine. If you are not certified, you need to do this. Taylor, we haven't put out new pricing for 2025 CE. This is the CE that we had before. We are just trying to get everybody on the same page. Christy says, I'm a certified practitioner. My certification is due to renew later this spring. Should I wait for notification for my renewal date or should I request it now for the recertification? Is there a cost difference for continuing education? Christy, you're fine. You don't need to request anything. We will be in contact with you when you need to recertify. If you aren't due for certification, you don't need to do this. If you're not up, if your CE is in place, you do not need to do this. If you know that you did not do CE yet, we're basically giving, for 2024, we're giving you an extension. Let's say you haven't done CE since 2021, right? Let's just say you didn't do it. You're out of the Facebook group or whatever. You could get back in by just doing this right now. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yes, Perrine said, I got my machine and certification last month. I'm certified for 2025, right? Yes. So all this is if you are not certified, if you have, your certification isn't up until the end of the year, your certification isn't up in 6 months, right now, you don't need to worry about anything. You are locked in. If you are certified right at this moment, you're locked in for 2024 pricing. If you bought a machine in 2019, 2018, 2023, and for some reason you haven't kept your certification up, and you'd like to be back in because you'd like to lock that pricing in, then you can do that right now and you have until the 15th. Okay, let's see what other questions we have. We do reach out by email if there's a question or we have a problem with that. Oh, waiting for my third machine, Christy, congratulations. Certification came with the new machine, correct? Yes, it does. Bill, how are you doing? Hello from Horse Waves PMF. I love that name. My daughter has a Maine. Okay, Sunshine says, my daughter has a Maine Coon. I think a Maine Coon, and she needs surgery. Who does house calls in Louisville? There's a bunch of people. You can look it up on the website, on the map on the website. I know Allison Goss does it. Can you be certified and not be seen on the website? That is an excellent question, Stacy. Yes. So when we put you on the website, you have to put yourself on the website. Sometimes people are too busy. If you I've had people who are like, hey, you've got it. We send you leads when you're on that map on our website. If somebody is looking for a machine or looking for a session in your area and they come to our website and they find you on that map, you're going to get an email that says, hey, So-and-so is near you and would like to get a session. But then we have people who get so busy that they don't actually want to be on the website anymore because they're slammed with business and they don't have the bandwidth to take those leads. So they will take themselves off the website because they can't take them. And then we have people who just don't take the time to log in the portal and add themselves to the map. If you are certified and you can access the portal and you would like to be on the map, you could just go into this portal and click. There's a drop down button that says add myself to map, new listing, or update my listing in the map. If you'd like to change your phone number, your email, you could do that as well. So, yeah, there you go. You want to definitely be on the map though, if you are certified. But everybody who's certified doesn't necessarily have to be on the map. We don't automatically put you on the map. That is up to you. Some people get certified and they maybe just work on their own animals and maybe just go to some shows. They're not really running this as their full-time business. So it's up to you how you want to do that. Hi, Nancy. Good afternoon. So current certified practitioners still get old pricing on machines and attachments. Yes. Christy Cavallero says, I love my rock. Me too, girl. Is Aura certification still just through the AOPP? Yes. I have a connection to my local VA, and I'm excited but scared to establish contact with him. Would love guidance and help prior to talking with him. Okay. Amy, I'd love to help you with that. Maybe you could schedule a call with me. You could just email support and say, hey, I'd like to schedule a call with Elaine, and we'll get on a call if you want. I'd be happy to help you with that. Better with PEMF LLC says the map is amazing. I agree. I mean, we send you leads for free. I think that in the future, there could be ways where you could really build a huge business off of doing that map correctly. So is there active work on going to the remote to correct the issue of having to repair it to the Maya Pro after it's been turned off? Barbara, currently, no. Currently, you pair the remote when you log in. If you would like to add a new map location in your certified practitioner right there, go ahead, scan that QR code and we'll put the link in the comments. But Barbara, one of the things that's very cool is that if you have a map, if you have a Julian or Maya Pro or whatever that is remote capable, that has the remote, you can also use the mobile app, which is much easier. And you could just use it from your cell phone. So your cell phone's not near the Maya Pro because it's actually being used as a remote in this case. And I know that the repairing process, it just takes a second. You turn it on. It's just part of, it's not an Apple. It's not an Apple product because so with medical devices, with the way that everything is, there's only so much information that we can store on each machine based on how it's being used. So if somebody were to get that remote or have that remote and take it away from your machine, like if you turn your machine off and somebody was trying to control it separate from where you were, they couldn't because they'd have to be close enough to pair it again. So it's really just a safety measure that when the machine's turned on, you power the remote on. If you want to use the remote and you pair it. I know that it's in the world of Apple products where we're just used to like flipping the lid and doing that. But with it being a medical device and with the way that things are today, that's just, we have to follow the rules and regulations. Okay, let's see. Is the Spiro strong enough to use with the Mag Energy mat? Yes. Yep. All the machines can use all the attachments. Now, what does strong enough mean, right? Like, if the Spiro is running the Mag Energy mat, am I going to get like a large amount of movement out of an animal's body? Probably not. But you don't really get a large amount of movement out of the animal's body with the Spiro anyways. But is it still putting out enough Gauss that you are getting a high power PMF machine and getting a high power session? Yes. And I will say this to everybody. I think the Spiro kind of blows my mind because the Spiro and the Nova HD, which is the Aura's machine, are two of my favorite machines. The results that I get with the Spiro when I'm traveling and with animals and with the Nova HD on my friends and family is unbelievable. I know that they are not traditionally as strong as the other MagnaWave devices, so it can be very hard to wrap your head around, but the settings are very therapeutic. It works really well. It is the perfect meld of like a travel high power, low power device. Like it is what I like to call the beamer beater. It is better than that. It is than theirs, and it's strong enough that you could still feel it on the highest setting. It's just an amazing device. I love the Spiro's case. I love it's wearable, the Spiro Klick too, and you can use it. The Spiro has changed, its packaging has changed for 2025 too, where you actually get a little bit more of the attachment. So I think that's our most underrated machine. It's a very hard learning curve for people, but in terms of like somebody who's used pretty much, I've used every single PMF machine out there. If I haven't used it, I bought it, used it. There is not one thing I haven't tried. It's one of my favorites. Leslie said, can I still buy some new XL Wave Wings at 2024 price? Leslie, if you're certified, yes, you can. There's a Spiro Klick right there. That's it. Look, the reason why that is so much better with the horse right there is that you can take that coil and go all the way back across the top line. You could go across the back. You can move that coil anywhere. It's battery powered. You could have that animal can be eating, hanging out in its stall. That is just such a great way to get a full body session in. If I were a, hold on, it's going to come to me, a farrier. If I were a farrier, I would love a Spiro Klick because it calms the horse and relaxes the horse. So you can do all your trimming, do everything that you need to do while that horse is getting a full body session. And you can upcharge on top of that for that full body session. So, you know, is it going to be pulling abscesses? It could, but it would be much longer sessions at lower setting. But I just love the idea of like adding that to what you're doing as giving a full body session while you're a farrier without having to increase your time, because we all know that's all we're all doing here, right? Is we're trying to get more time back in our lives, right? Everybody's just looking for ways to get more time in their life. And I feel like if you can make a good amount of money, separate yourself from the competition, and not take more time into what you're already doing with the animal, it's a no-brainer. How do you know when your machines need calibration? Excellent question, Leilani. So with the spark chamber machines, or the machines that need recalibration, so let's talk about the Soul. That's the Soul Pro, the Julian Duo, and formerly the Soul and the Pulse Pro, which we don't make currently. What happens is the machine won't go lower, meaning that like it will stay at a stronger setting and it feels stronger, but it's not able to turn down lower. That's when it needs recalibration. Now, needs recalibration is also not really a thing either, because some people love it like that. Like some people, they get their machine broken. They don't want it to go as low as it used to go. They love the settings. They love the way it is. It's all personal preference. Now, I know that we've had this discussion before about the AOPP did something on this a few months ago with their PMF con, where they talked about spark chamber machines and how there's one guy, and coincidentally, he only sells spark chamber machines. So I don't know why he feels this way, but he feels that spark chamber machines are the best and that digital machines don't work as well. So I've been wanting to bring this up. Two things. Every single PMF education study that is out, every clinical trial that you've ever seen, that you are like citing in any type of paper, or you are seeing on PubMed, 100% of those were done with digital machines. Okay. So saying that they don't work the same is crazy. All right. But second of all, there are purists out there who believe that spark chamber machines are better because it's a more natural pulse. Okay. But let me explain something to you. What they mean by natural pulse is irregular pulsing. So all of the people who buy from us and you sit it back because you say, oh my gosh, it's irregular. That is what spark chamber devices are meant to be. They're meant to be. We have been able to coax them to being more regular, but for a spark chamber device to become irregular every once in a while, especially in like different weather conditions, or other even magnetic fields can affect it. That is because of that more natural type of pulsing, which is affected by outside things that are going on around you. So if people sometimes say, oh, well, my machine is getting irregular, and it shouldn't be uncomfortable irregular, but it's getting irregular here and there, I'm going to send it in for recalibration. That's fine. You could do that. We will recalibrate it. But that doesn't necessarily solve the problem. That could still continue to happen. That's just the science behind PMF and the way the spark chamber works. So if irregular pulsing is something that, we've made machines so good that that's not as it's not as prevalent as it used to be, but people, there is a lot of confusion around the difference between spark chamber and digital. The bottom line is you need a magnetic field that feels comfortable to you. That's it, or to the animal. Heather sent my assistant, Heather, I hate my coworker, Heather, sent Amy, she sent you an email to my Calendly so you could sign up for a call. Yeah, I mean, so here's the truth. And here's the truth about picking a PMF machine. What I like to tell people is, have you tried PMF before? Yes. Okay, that's why you're on the phone with me talking about buying a machine. What was that machine that you tried? Digital machine or a spark chamber machine? What was it? It was a digital, it was a spark chamber, blah, blah. And you loved it enough that you're talking on the phone with me. Yes. Then get that. Because you're going to always, if your first time driving a car, whatever, you're always going to have you ever had a delicious meal at a restaurant and just, it's never been able to compare to that ever again? If you've gone back, you're always going to go back to that first comparison and compare everything else to it. And if you were happy with that first session, then stick with digital or stick with spark chamber. The only time that it really matters, I think what's more important in a conversation, especially with people who are looking to buy PMF machines, is how much are you traveling? How much weight can you carry? Are you wanting to be able to take this on an airplane and go overseas? Are you wanting to be able to pick this up out of your car? Can you pick up 70 pounds or 30 pounds or 20 pounds or 5 pounds? What are you comfortable with? Because quite frankly, it's more about capability of how you're using this as either in a business, is it strong enough to work with a large amount of animals? And what are you comfortable with carrying? That's the conversation that you need to be having with yourself. And I think our sales team, our product specialists do an excellent job of really getting down to the root of what you need. And if you talk to any of our product specialists, they are going to ask you questions and they're going to get to know who you are, what you need, and they're going to recommend a machine. And I would 100% always go with what they're saying, because in our core values as a business is we are not here to oversell you. We are not here to upsell you. We are here to give you the absolute best product for what you need. So if you are more comfortable with lighter weight, then you're good. Okay. Oh, so Devin said, with winter cold slowing down equine competitions and racing in the north, it's a great time to catch up on studies. Devin, you are right. That's why the certification is great. But speaking of studies, at the University of New Hampshire, we had that study using dairy cows. We have 30 control cows and 30 cows that are using the MagnaWave. Very interesting study happening at the University of New Hampshire. It's in full swing right now, so we're super excited about that. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, I think that's what it's on. Amazon Prime, there is a documentary, Biohack Yourself. And if you watch that, I'm in it. So go check that out, Biohack Yourself. It is a documentary about biohacking technologies. And we talk a lot about Aura, and it's a really cool documentary. So go check that out on Amazon Prime. Let's see. Okay, Lori, working on a cortical eye ulcer with a horse. Been using the small coil for many sessions. Thinking about trying the paddle. Any experience with that, as it's more targeted attachment? Either one is going to be great. I would definitely just switch it up. You could even do the large loop. Just switch it up. Switch it up. Don't you do the same thing every time. Kathy says, my max is so heavy. I love it though. That's fine. And Kathy, if you could deal with it, then you could deal with it, right? That's one of the reasons I love the Julian Duo, because it is almost as strong, almost as heavy as the max, actually a little bit less heavy than the max, but it's 2 machines in one. I don't know. I could go on and on about why I love each machine. Amy said, I first tried digital and bought an analog. At first, I wasn't sure about the different feel, but it didn't take long for me to love it. I think I still prefer the feel of an analog pulse, but you love your digital. So when we first created our first digital machine, I took it home to my husband and we were like, he was like, I don't like it. And I was like, no, you gotta just give it and I even kind of was trying to understand it. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the Maya and realized, okay, It took me some time too, though. It really did. It really did. Okay. Let's see. I have been using PMF on my boyfriend who suffered from nerve damage and multiple broken bones, collapsed lungs, etc., in an ATV accident. His doctors have commented that his nerve is repairing faster than others since we started using PMF, and he's getting movement back faster as well. That's wonderful, Megan. Yes, let's see. STEMREGEN is great. If you're not taking it, you should check it out in the portal. I love it. Lynn says she uses the butterfly loop on her eyes. The supplements, the STEMREGEN, I take this every day. I've been taking it for over 2 years. It's fantastic. And the energy difference that you are going to get is going to be mind blowing. It's not like a energy or like a uncomfortable energy, but what it is it's this sustained energy that you really start noticing. And I had one lady who said to me, she was like, it's so weird. She's like, I just don't get like fall down tired at night when I come home from work at 6 o'clock. I would just be unable to keep my eyes open. She goes, that's not happening anymore. And I was like, okay, but what's the problem? Are you able to go to sleep? And she was like, yeah, I still sleep great. And I'm like, I don't see what the problem is. This is great. She was like, I know. I just didn't know if other people had felt this way. And I was like, yes, that's why it's such a great supplement. And especially when used with PMF, I mean, it's great. What was the name of the Amazon Prime show? Biohack Yourself. Kathy says, I keep thinking about trading my Max in for a Julian Duo. If I were you, Kathy, I'd think about it. I mean, it's awesome. Let's see. Kelly says, I ordered my first Semi-10 mid-December. I cannot wait to receive it. Already have clients waiting. Hopefully it arrives soon. I will say this. We had one of our greatest months ever in December, and it was, we're doing our best to get everything out. And we do follow a lot of protocols. We do a lot of checks and balances. We do a lot of quality control in-house. So, it does sometimes takes a little bit longer than I would like, but we're getting there. Moving into this new facility, the 32,000 square feet, bringing manufacturing and marketing and sales together has been great. We just have a lot going on. And I think that we're just always working to make it better. I would love to start building to stock and have a better, but our system is working. Our team is amazing. So I just couldn't be more proud of where we've come over the last few years. Let's see. I don't know what that is. Can you give me a quick response to a client on how PMF is just as good or better as a massage? Yes, I can. So a massage is very invasive. Okay. So you are pushing in on a muscle, you are getting in there, but you are also getting blood flowing. You are doing, you're getting that blood flow in there. You get that release. It feels good. And you can help, reduce inflammation. But sometimes after a massage, you will have that, oh gosh, it's kind of sore. I'm kind of sore. What I like about PMF and why I feel like PMF is better, and even not even better, is so complementary to massage because the machine does nothing. The body does everything. So like you are giving energy to an animal, right? Or a person that needs it, like they need air to breathe. Like you will notice this, like when an animal starts really releasing and moving into it and whatever, that the machine finds those areas where the inflammation is. I think it's so interesting when I use an Aura device on someone and they're like, oh, I feel it in my shoulder, but you're treating my lower back. And I'm like, yeah, well, because that's where your inflammation is. So the cool thing about this is that you are with PMF is not only are you getting that inflammation reduction and that blood flow, but you're also getting the ability for that energy to go into the muscles, and you don't actually have to push or physically get in there and be more invasive with your techniques. And it lasts a long time. I mean, doing both of them at the same time is, if I was a massage therapist, first of all, massage therapist, the main thing is you're breaking your body down. I don't care what you're massaging. It could be pigs, cows, horses, and people. You are wearing your body down so quickly. And your body is how you make money. So like using your hands. So having the ability to make a massage easier on you by seeing those areas of sensitivity before using the MagnaWave, by being able to penetrate deeper into the muscle tissue and all the way actually into the bone marrow with the PMF, which you can't do with massage. So you're just getting a whole experience of actually bettering, keeping your body more sound, but also allowing two different ways of addressing that inflammation and pain relief. I think there's no way that I would not have a PMF machine, a high power PMF machine to be exact, if I was a massage therapist of any type. I hope that made sense. Kate says, what eye protection can we get for the rock? So if I'm working on lots of dogs and they move around, I have a little protection. Sunglasses. Just get some sunglasses. Let's see. Is the presentation video of STEMREGEN from MagnaCon still available to watch? Holly, if it's not, we will get it uploaded to the STEMREGEN. We'll get it uploaded to the portal and put it on the STEMREGEN page. I have a second-degree burn on my hand. Thank God. MagnaWave for the fast healing. Burns are amazing. Let's see. Any other questions here? Any other questions? Carla says, how do I continue my certification? I got certified, but want to make sure I stay certified. Meredith, can you put the CE back up? Carla, if you can get this, fill this out. The link is also in the comments here. If you can't scan the QR code. And if you get this, if you purchase this by January 15th and you get it finished by the end of the month, then you get to keep 2024 pricing for the whole year. And you will stay certified. And Lee Doran says, I have done horses who won't accept massage but love their MW sessions. I agree. Elaine, can I get a link to your Calendly? Yes. Better with PMF LLC. What email do you want me to send it to? And IMW, will I get massages? And my masseuse says it helps release my knots. Yes. Okay, I see grounding mats are a big thing. What are your thoughts on those? Okay. First of all, I think that if you're using PMF, you don't need a grounding mat. You're getting plenty of magnetic field. And I also think like grass is good. Like I get there's some people just never get out. If you are like live in a concrete jungle, you never put your feet in the grass or the sand or whatever, you never get outside and interact in the world, then I could see where maybe something like that would be beneficial for you. But the actual magnetic field of the earth is not a stagnant magnetic field. It is always changing. It fluctuates. And that's the beautiful thing about the magnetic field of the earth and why it's so good to interact with it, because you're kind of reconnecting to the balance of the earth and yourself. And you don't really get the same thing whenever you don't have the ability with the grounding. It's like usually one of the like setting, one of the frequencies that the earth usually is at, and that's all you're getting. So I think there's some benefits there for people who are never outside. I don't see that a lot with a lot of the MagnaWave people. So let's see. A massage doesn't affect us on the cellular level, Sandy said. That's right. I saw a post about taping and then using PMF over it. Has anyone had different noticeable results by doing this? I stack red light with PMF. The taping is new to me, so I'm curious. Barbara, great question. If anybody has any ideas on that, let us know. All the research I've done says you can't overdo PMF, like it can't cause damage. How is it possible then to potentially make a horse lame by using too high a power level? Okay, Pamela, have you ever, imagine that PMF is like working out or running. Have you ever, like if an animal has an issue, specifically some sort of, and you're not making them lame. If you have like, for example, EPM, if a horse has EPM, and you go do one session, right? Or you don't know what's causing the lameness, right? And there's obviously something going on or you wouldn't be doing a session on that animal. And then you go do a session on that animal and it seems to get worse. Well, you're usually moving the parasite around in the body, which causes the lameness to move somewhere else, to be, or even exasperate it. but it's not necessarily the machine that's doing that. That would be the same thing as if the horse were to run around a tremendous amount, and they would also be able to stimulate that blood flow and that movement. So it's very much like a deep tissue massage in a way. It's mostly goes back to dehydration or some sort of underlying condition. So there was a woman who commented she used the red light, and the horse broke out in hives for about 3 hours, and then the hives went away. And the horse was way better way better after than it was before, but those hives kind of scared the owner. But in reality, that's just the immune system flaring up, and that's working. It's like why a fever is good sometimes, because the fever is immune system's response to the body fighting the issue, and that's what can happen in animals when all of a sudden there's something going on. They really don't know what it is. Maybe it's something kind of seems not such a big deal, but then when you use the machine, you kind of bring it to the surface. That's it. You're not making them lame. And it's like a deep tissue massage. If you have it too strong, right, or you're rubbing your elbow into somebody really, really, really deep, you can then have a detoxification, or like oh gosh, that hurts now, and then it takes a few days or even a few hours for it to release and feel really good. So most of the time when there's an issue like that, there's either an underlying condition or the animal just needs to stretch out, drink some water, and then it's going to feel better than it ever did before. Sandy, I will own a MagnaWave machine till my dying breath. Same, girl. It's the best thing ever. Sandy, a massage therapist moved into the same office building, and now all my clients go see her and not me. Okay, Tame. What do you got? Do you got red light? Have you talked to her about maybe working together? Do you have red light? Do you have the vibroacoustic therapy Oasis bed? Because I bet that would be a game changer for you. We need to find a way to differentiate yourself. And they'll come back. Let's see. If we do 2024 continuing education course cases, will that apply to 2025 recertification? If you haven't done them yet, Patty, it will. Yes. Let's see. If you got certified in late 2024, you're fine. Okay, so here's an interesting one. I almost lost a client because the owner of Equitape told her PMF is bad for horses. There's a lot of miseducation out there. Majority of the time, it's from people who directly compete with PMF, or they had one bad experience. Unfortunately, a lot of people are educated as they should be. Maybe they turned it up too high. They think they need to do it really strong. And, it's a blessing and a curse that a lot of people call it MagnaWaving when they're talking about doing a general PMF session, and they may have a completely different machine that's not ours. And somebody says, oh, I've done the MagnaWave. And then you look at them, you're like, that's from China. Like that machine you're using is from China. Like we don't know what that is. There's several companies right now that have popped up recently that are selling machines for extremely cheap, and they're all from China. And the results have been really bad on some of the, what's happened. Like if a deal seems too good to be true, I would definitely ask where the manufacturing is, because, there's no checks and balances with what the Gauss level is. There's no checks and balances of what it actually is doing. There's no, you don't really know what you're putting on your body or your animal's body. So I'd just be very careful about what you buy a piece of equipment that seems too good to be true. Let's see. I have great success. Carla says, I have great success story on taking a foundered horse with rotated and sinking coffin bones to derotating him and growing soul so much that he is now sound. Carla, I love that. Will you send that to me? Send that to education@magnawavepmf.com. Send that in so we could share it. Karen, I became certified in January of 2024. Do I need continuing education? I think you're fine. If you have questions on if you're certified or if you're not, first of all, if you can log into the portal, you're good. If you can't log into the portal, email education@magnawavepmf.com. If you have questions, education@magnawavepmf.com, and we can get you signed up. It's just worth the opportunity to get that done by the 15th. A horse that has extra saliva when doing a session, is that part of detox? Yeah, and it's also part of just releasing. And what a lot of times I hear people say is that they're like, well, the horse just keeps pushing me away. So I've got the coil on the horse, and the horse is putting his butt into me and he's pushing me away and doesn't like it. No, usually what I find when that's happening is they're actually wanting you to move the coil somewhere else. Like they want you to move towards the back or towards wherever they're pushing towards, they're actually wanting you to move it. And I actually was at Churchill Downs doing a session the other day, and I went through that with one of the trainers, and he was like, "Oh, I just thought that this horse doesn't like it." I'm like, "No, this horse wants more. He wants it up here, not over there." And that horse had like one of the biggest releases I've ever seen. A horse that has, let's see, we did that. Lynn, where can we get beds now? Email sales@magnawavepmf.com. They will be up shortly. We have vibroacoustic therapy bed, full body PMF beds, and red light panels available right now. I'm soft launching this right now with you guys. We will have more on that coming up over the next few weeks. But yeah, you could get a Wave Oasis bed. Email sales@magnawavepmf.com. You could get a Wave Oasis that's vibroacoustic therapy. It can come in a chair or on a massage table with full body PMF as well as the red light. Let's see. So let's see. The MW magazine, will they be available again? Every time I look, they're out or grayed out to where I can't order more. They're so helpful. Jason, can you check on that? Are we out of news and views? Because I didn't think we were. This is the magazine. If we are going to order more, but I didn't think we are. This is an amazing magazine. Super great. If you are looking to promote yourself on the technology, I like to take these every time I go out to Churchill Downs or one of the racetracks or anywhere. I drop those everywhere. It's great. So if they are out, we will get them restocked. Check back later today. Would love to hear more. I'm working on one-on-one now. What are your sessions? Oh, somebody else. Just got my rock last month. It's a game changer. Blaze, look, I'm going to say this with the most humility that I can. The rock is something that I'm very proud of as a device because it is so good and so amazing and so strong and so just built well, and it's cordless and you can use it in the middle of a coil. It's just absolutely one of my greatest projects, working with the team. It wasn't me by myself, but just the team, just worked so well on it and getting it all together and the engineering behind it. It just makes me very proud. I was doing a MagnaWave on his pole and it was like he was drooling. Yes, that's normal. Matt Cross, what is going on with the OraWave machines? Yes, we are working on them, and yes, they will get that. We are working towards getting a larger amount of claims than what we originally thought we were going to get. Let's see. Can you explain a bit more on the Oasis bed? So, Jennifer, the Oasis, wonder if I have a picture. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm going to check something on my computer here. Just give me 1 second. I thought I did. Why are these so small? I don't know. Jason, do you have a picture of the red light in the, maybe? Yes. Sandy Wood said, did you say the red light panel? So we do have a, where is the Oasis bed? Brand folder. So we have a Wave Oasis, which is full body vibroacoustic therapy. It comes with the MP3 player. And you can, it's a great thing for you to do to listen to music. There is the ability to have it with the PMF in there as well. And then a full body red light panel. And that's something that we've been working on for a little bit. I might, the vibroacoustic therapy is binaural beats. So specific beats that are, work with brain entrainment. There it is. Okay. Yay. Okay. It's over my face. So you see the chair right here and it plugs into a machine or it plugs into an amp. and it vibrates, it plugs into the machine. You could run it without the PMF. You could just vibrate it, whatever you would like to do. And then there's also the ability to shortly to add a red light panel that goes over the top of that we have. If you'd like to get one of these, sales at MagnaWavePMF.com. Do you have news and views for people? Yeah, so it's in here. There's a lot in the news and views. There is information about Aura as well. So it kind of just goes through like everything. If you're interested in that. We also have our, let's see. Does the rock your world? It does rock my world. Rock your MagnaWave. That's what I always say. I love my new rock. I did not think it would be different than the LZR, but it is. It is different. Maureen says I could talk about my rock till the middle of next week. Love the thing, and I've been using red light since 1998. Okay, there we go. So that is, this is what we currently have at the Wellness Club. You can see it. So this is the vibroacoustic therapy chair. It also has the red light panel. You could just ask your product specialist about this if you are interested in purchasing. We will have more information about this as our website gets redone. And a couple other things here. If you would like news and views, it's updated on the website. We do have them in stock, but if you would like, ask your product specialist, you can email sales at MagnaWavePMF.com. I believe they come in like packages of 25 or something. You buy them as a bundle. And so if you just email whoever you've talked to about your machine, whoever you bought your machine, the product specialist you worked with to get your machine with, or if you don't have a product specialist and you'd like to speak with someone about our full line of products, you can email sales at MagnaWavePEMF.com. Let's see. Robin, I don't know why the stitches are starting to come out on your, starting to pull out. Oh, he has a big gash. Okay, sorry guys. Yeah, the link to to the red light and the mat is not up yet. This is office hours. This is a teaser. If you'd like to talk to somebody more about it, you got to email sales. We are in the middle of an update on the website. Everything will be up on the portal and on the website over the next few weeks. So just bear with us here. This is just something I'm talking about with you all. Kate says, I have people who drive 2 hours to see me because of the Oasis bed. I agree. I have, I think 8 of them at my wellness club. And then we have 2 of the red light, like 5 of the red light panels above them. And they're so incredibly popular. Okay, we're picking 2 winners today from just comments. Does anyone know if the red light is safe for horses with EBM? I would always just speak to the veterinarian before you do anything. Jessica says, I'm late to the party, but I hope it was a good convo. It was, Jessica. You can rewatch it anytime. There's a guy that has an old MagnaWave machine with attachments that he wants to give us, but I don't see it on the website. Can we send it in and have it inspected? First of all, why don't you just take some pictures of it, get us the serial number, and send it to support? Let's first make sure that what machine it is, how old it is, and let's check the serial number and make sure that everything's kosher. And then, yes, if he has a machine that we just don't do anymore, we can absolutely tune it up. Okay, let's do a winner. Meredith, if you want to send me some winners. Okay, so our first winner, now I don't have it with me, but you will be getting a swag bag with some fun stuff in it. We'll put some news and views in there. It'll just be all sorts of stickers, news and views. You never know. It could have supplements. We're just going to compile an excellent, awesome swag bag for you. And the first winner is Samantha Stallcup. Yay, Samantha, congratulations. And I will give one more in just a second. Shailene says, is it important to have a hard copy of our certification, or can we refer them to the website they could see it? Yeah, either way is fine. As long as you're on the mat. Krista says, I've heard such great things about the Oasis bed. I agree. Cheryl, if you would like any Oasis chair information, please just email your product specialist or reach out to sales@MagnaWavePMF.com. Okay, here's our second person. Let's see. Carrie Lynn Kelly. Congratulations, Carrie. You are the winner of our second swag bag. Otherwise, guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. I know it's a little bit more laid back than we've done in the past. The rest of 2025, majority of it, we're going to be in our new studio. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'm excited about the changes, but make sure before you do anything, get your recertification. If you are not certified right now, or if you are not certified right now, you need to do it before January 15th in order to keep that pricing. Julia says, just completed my training and proud to be part of the team. And we are proud to have you, Julia. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Continuing education right there. Scan it or click the link before it's gone. Otherwise, I will see you guys at what is today? The first Tuesday of next month. Thanks, guys.